Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
25 no yes ase ana yes ase abon kompon akoye nachi na yakọ head ye see e wo 11th on the 6th of August 2025 na da no wukuada na wukuada bi ye wukuada bone na da no nyeda pade ma o my Ghana na che se wo hwe wienhemfo nipa mienu anu omudi mutintiman ene afofo esia na omo eka ho a omo kwhwe omo enkwa ewo adanse ene ne patem ho wa asante mantem a na esewani ensese ye ka kire wo na hwehwemu a wo mo eye ni nyina etumi aba bedadi ye se de edikan no eye adverse weather conditions na che se ne edikan de cause eye accident no eno no wienhye ne ko nyina no cause of accident no wo mo de ho nsem de ababa betudwa na de tie eno no first the edikan mo say adverse weather conditions I say wiem dan ne wiem enye ne wiem nya omoko no ma hu say wiem nye ana ya weather forecast for no meteorological department for no mo atumi anye bibia hu say eda no weather na ha ebeye say enye se awie but ma ye ma bi nsi biem ne tosumie no ye say downdraft and environmental factors no the science for na limited navigational aids and also aircraft limitations and we just woman can obeti ase ti the air can say weather na so who cause some weather na say omo check weather. So British Airways betu every a year Heathrow and Gatwick Airport ako any destination ye wonkofo a checking mu say ekwemu nya ntiwense ne yentu we den British Airways wo muntu we den Emirates obelande wo ha no hu say ewiem nya onko entie de ne de si ye eye ho emu adwuma say wo so mu hwewiem ehu se wiem da ho ba bia wo kɔ no ho da ho fan a wo betimi akɔ 30 minutes wadu obo ase ba bia wo kɔ no hwan ana sitra da ne agya ne saa ne yɛkɔ as a country never again nanu an say si wo ma free radar no so yehu ba bia wo nam wo ma free radar no so team a teacher form akomakon watwe one day na my Ghana elusu wo mu nyina hwan ya juma so make sure say wada no hwenhye betu elekwata bia betu hwan ne waso hwehwɛ mu hu say wada no ye ana wada no enye hwan ya juma yes etiano say hwenhye bia betu saa elekwata bia betu saa yenya chance bia hu say wiem ya na wiem nye hwini patitwa ya hwe wo mo say o man it's somebody's job to make sure say obey the tax nyehu sakwemu da ho said the British Airways said the Emirates for aye no aye obi adwuma so obey make sure say me se nkwa yenton e wo Makola market yes yenton kwa e wo Makola market bibi bia ni ho e betimi aye to bring Omane Boama back bibi bia ni ho e betimi aye to bring Dr. Samosa Boama back Mutala Enko Limuna Miniru bibi ni ho e betimi de Oma back. By when you juma so make sure say such never cause us any relation to me Mugade adwuma na why na nya na adwuma yie one and also yes such na wanya na adwuma yie enti ade abato osi ya nya na sa na nko asotwe nko ma obi ya na please let's sit up help kwata no man panyi fubi o man panyi be de kire fubi aban mu pani fo fubi never again as a country never again if I know is your you go back in 2024 and 11th November it is 11th 10th and 11th November 2024. Let's be reflective here. Yeah, reflective here. Yes, production team, thank you very much. We are Monday, 11th November 2024 na dollar yeto ne sen ni yeto dollar 16 Ghana cedis 34 pesos. Buy no so also kwata now better the 16 cedi 3.583 pesos. And today here we are talking about 2024, and in 2024 no na dollar na nam 16.17 no me dollar ko ho asam na meka ho. I'm not talking about the pounds and I'm not talking about the euros. Mo fa 2025 and na 11th November 2025 there no and ebesi ne, that is Monday 10th November 2025. Dollar no 10 cedi 9 pesos. Yes, dollar na last year 11th November 2024 near Tony 16 to 17 Ghana cedis no, and na dollar no yenyo president ya owo fie nyansa na on the 24 bi atoto a year positions bia no. Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Asiama Nyakupo Shrewa Metiasia, Sansuna Finance Minister Honorable Aya Atofos Nyamia Shrewa Metiasia, when you deputy Ampem Nyako Mobile Juma. Namabo Gold Board CEO Sameja Fi Uno Deputy Lawyer Richard Meboma Baso. And Yama Pa by way at the Agu Kwamono. Adiana last year a year 17 and a year 10. Yes. Et ye catch us say reset Ghana. A buy way so our reset Ghana when you the oil. We played was so that say Adiana last year November on the 11th November and then you have a paper no na 16.4 no and nay a better me ababa be drew a year 10. We be catch me a coming in the message John Mahama Yamene dear. Yamia John Mahama summoned dear. Will you Yamia what Tiasi? Na I don't beat you. And what the papa na amai. Na da bia me bisa me wo say, "Are the 1992 constitution no, a Bible and I say Quran." Ya jo mama wunya twa 1 year kwa wo say, "Me ko tetem." Na nya wo na wo mpa na wo ko tetem no. Tetem no, wo de sese a opampanyiri, kama no tum na Ghana fo. Ne bedu ba bi no. Pressure be san ba so. So what the fear now more cancer sankofa brother befa why ni yesi no Ghana for na be ka kire say wo pe 50 mkura. The constitution yes sem some mo be constitutional review say na akoso. Yes, why are you president I want pray? Why are you president or so obeye when you comfort say kufa do mu de ni bio so mo be wi ayi PDS. Oh, say we call a judgment that we call judgment that we must akotiato our arbitration court our landing. What you say? Why any president na Ghana for no and ya to aba ne yenya. Te se metrana na se mekasa eya na minim de meka. Yes. Metrana na mekasa eya na minim de meka. San say oman no eye mi nyina. Esenso a esema nyina. Yakasa ni braso abrani ya campaign nam Kumasi nam Tamale enam Winneba enam Takoradi enam all over the places na ya bo campaign di ma Jomama no ni nim dia Jomama ba obetimi aye enu tina na yesra Ghana for say mo fa o my way elsa nisa ena woda wo sorry National Security Coordinator COP Razak obo adwuma IGP Yohunu obo adwuma Christian Tete Yohunu obo adwuma and the post service ni mo adwoboko fam nedam pare person ni bi and then recruitment ya started say by enlistment ka beti dede that panel fa we ma montre and transparent aban no ho aban we mu da ho fine migration 15 fuko wo qualify no akoto forms police service no quarter forms, prison service no quarter forms, fire service no quarter forms, Ghana forces so my omo dia wie e kire omo body selection e wo Lȧck abai papa no abai na me ka kire sa toma no na oto ye no wan to abanse no judiciary ne ma basesa chief justice a wo fie nyansa ba ya obeto to ne ma judicial service ne ma ya judiciary ne ma san tumi afa ne to ma pa afra because trust na Ghana for ewo judiciary mu na abafom enim say papa se yakopon ya adom na se wotumi fam wo mu genitum no so akofam sai enyama bekoyi ono kwa de wose 24 hours no wodi bi be write court no umpe we na apede ade passe justice ba for boni my lord papa nya mi hira wate na na minim da sa wo yire kura no hia no prison service mu na so sa bo adwuma wo na ye wo senior officer kwa ho na sense bambo mu no wutumi wari wo junior enti no ene wo gya afiri ho e ko giare ko bo adwuma ho ena ho na wo di free wara ade de opa na wo pewu ena gya ene ye maame patience bafo boni wono so aba be director ayi what they say general Ghana police service ade be na FCC papa na bobra na enra no na ye me nwanwa medwene ho amenti ase say soko no mebiti say eye Afenyo Markin such a useless caricature wo ma na me say no minority for no some macro minority for no useless ones mu free mu agro ne yede enra na me uno say ya waste your time ya waste your energy ama eye committee no penifo titi so mu kwotena wa Afenyo Markin ko betimi afa 4 hours ne nyina na nyansa bi anim eno wo free wo call ye no wo be ni de sabi de na nyansa bi anim no wo be ye wie ya wo call ye no ye hu nyansafo questions o mu bisa ma show de bibia o so mu bisa papa your friend said justice ba football ni bi o mu bisa no 17 years experience at the Supreme Court wo bi ani bi tokonu ya mo boni say wo ba Supreme Court the year 2019 ba football ni President Kofo in 2008 and we didn't call Supreme Court. Di papa ya ni sa and then nyame akasa. E wo mu se next year 26 na time azo. Na so nyame akasa. Chief Justice no obedi. Yes. 20 year be hu judgment papa wa Ghana ha. Tribunal ne dia papa tenetam. Tribunal no tenetam mai. Na Afenyo munya dede ne ye Afenyo omunya dede ne ye na me mbese mete se attorney general office bete se sa eye assault ahwan no na de me se obi amra no se sefota se ni di bia mo ni would have fear or favor. Enough is enough. Sabi nkuro na Afenyo mobo ewo eye parliament no Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Abambabin. No, it's near too much. And some of us, ayana esisi yaso. Yeni manyansa fo mu betimi contribute, wo mu betimi akasa ama ya Parliament na tumi afọ ne tuma pefra. Enye bi mu ne Afenyo Markin mo. Will you waste what add any value to yen enyema ekoso ewo eye Parliament wono. The August House no. Afenyo add anything meaningful to the happiness in Parliament no ye hu de waye na manyo ko beti say MPP mu penyansa fo akodi mani ma we debi ade mo beko say ya kaskala no ajama hwotim hwetitifo amo Afenyo edi manim papa ya Patrick bo amamo mo gina wa ma soko no ma we wa sori say ya bokoto na musumudi nachi dabo ne ma. The center itself cannot hold. The one leading the minority ni fie nyansa woni bi empty what to make a metimi aka woni fie nyansa and wakwa ho ne political career no e kakra say a team na minim said the good people of Aye Winiba in the year 2028 wo mo be sa branch na afra konya so sa soldiers na do mbakwa akodi sa adwuma no wo mu ni wachi biem. You don't have power. I'm telling you today, you don't have power. Sasoja for be 70 something omudi wachi kwa wakototo ekoye niema ewo Winiba during the elections no this time round unya sa opportunity ni biem. It is over. Afenyo me catch you say you don't have power. Wuni kute. Na 2028 and ye betche mo bosumi ayedu am oburu ogana. Office ye di agro. Ye clear clinic kwanum. Letter commission nyina away na kwanum ada ho. And ye kosan suhun sam it seems say it is ene yeko. Ho na bobo se tumi bi sini tumi bi. Yes. Wakufu ado na nyama boni a wabeya ne krono a wode na busuafo bebo o my way a wama ne wafase na dwane akwa America memo mbe so beba Ghana no munyina mo bete ho asem. Yes. No kreda wa nipa timi ka no kreda chire ninia se ninia ya ade na nya wobebie na no aka che se mimi ade a woye enye ye ne ye quality no otumi nka. Yes, because e bia na ho no odidie. If it must be done, it must be done well. Oh my Ghana yabre on the 6th of March 1957. Yeah, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. This year we free Nkrofo on Nzemaland. Yo, Gio, my way see her a free a year Britain for SM. No, my Ghana ye nyaya fa hudi. Have you been to Asin Mansu before? Wako baby ana me the last bat. You daddy woman sani do mako seshe bumudi umako. Have you been there before? Find time one day and go and visit the place. I have been there myself. Just go and witness something. Now kasa when you be a kasa. So sometimes me expect a year Reverend Fajo, member of Parliament for that area. So a better radio so an answer or kasa or bekanya sasem empty. Yes. Yanemi dia wo mimu. Fine man. Nelson Ufinya sanayira. Utume kaje se Mugade nebeka. Yes. You see, o sanya me adoma. Wo de mame fa we emboma asa na maba aye finance ministry ho. And every ya President Mahama wone ye security officers no. Officers in Penifoni na omo emma aye nkayeda edema aye I must say mark Remembrance Day participating in a rough laying ceremony to honor our fallen soldiers and all who served during First World War. The course so elhano. Erebi. Excellency John Dramani aye Mahama. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Tiene the course so enono. Enema de danakwem. Enema eded anakwem. Enema eded anakwem. Enema eded anakwem. Enema eded anakwem. Ti the course ho eno no asojafo mpanifo postifo mpanifo IGP National Security Coordinator COP Razak the Capacity National Security Coordinator ne mpanifo ya maame Mausi Sapon Fire Service asoye any prison service ya maame patients bafo boni ni mpanifo kuku dai wo munyina kopie mo ho ne nkaeda nkopon fo nkra insi. You move from a year on off a year for some would want to go to 8 year a year. Mr. Politics live on TVSY and also on Power 97.9 FM. Nyakopo a year Duma Thursday a year 13th November 2025. Finance Minister a year Honorable Dr. Atoforsen Fantini this year. Obekwa ku PM award the August House. No akọ present 2026 budget no. Ede ama Ghana for na contractors ya mo dwumadie no na do ahwemu yi ya bubogu baby bebre no ni nyina mo besan ba road mo be back to the site na mo ba be ye adwuma nese market awodo ana ye ekoso na do bae ni nyina away bus na over the weekend oh aye honorable Atoforsen one aye ne deputy na omo water krade na omo inspected the abandoned market circle project yenko hwe ne course ewo
How are you?
I'm fine. And
Good one.
Nice to meet you. Their coming back is to do a lot of remedial touches on the steelworks because the project has been left for close to 2 years. So that's what they are basically working on, the corrections for the steel as well as for the purlins. It's been doing that since March. So in total, they are supposed to have 2,766 shops for all of the project. It includes 1,144 lockable stores. Also includes 15,586 counter shops and then 84 food shops.
So is there some somewhere, or this is it?
No, we have not done any apart from a few of those samples on that side where you see the 2x4 by 2x4 shops.
Now we've captured it as part of the, what do you call it, the priority list. So we intend to restart it anytime soon. But the contractor is claiming costs outside the loan amount. But that will mean that Parliament will have to approve, consider and approve that before we can come. And of course, because it's Parliament that gave you the mandate. So until they approve it, then it becomes difficult to add the plus. And so you have to go back, get Parliament buy-in to pay the plus, but the 48 can continue. You understand? So we are taking steps, but we recognize that the state has spent some money and it's worth completing. So we work to complete it.
So what you are seeing is this is there are 702 piles driven into the floor here. So the major part of the works is the piles that were driven, the earthworks that have been done, the steel structure that has been raised. The rest is block work and services, mechanical and electrical services. So that forms that little part that is left. And some of that is also going to come from outside when they are bringing in the equipment that they need for the, how do you call it, the mechanical and electrical installations.
I just want to assure you that we've captured the project as a priority project of state, and from next year the drawdown will begin and the job will continue.
Thank you very much.
Even if, I'm sure give and take, it may be December, but because of Christmas, it's rather, it's important I rather make a pronouncement for January after Christmas.
Thank you very much. We are
okay, but it's good that we came to see this.
Very well, not just say the etier as a contractor no here. Was they say Niama Esa Cosro? I didn't know Niama Timicosro, dollar and a sabafon. Last year, November, na a year 17 a Kufuado person. Say your mama time at 10. It didn't cost to San Cosro. Cement and a Kufuado time a ton 122 Ghana cities, and they would do a year a Jenko Tuku, a large Hawaii 80 Ghana. Iron Roswa, no Kufado Tam, 9,494 million, and then a non payer Iron Roswa above for my bidru 7,200. Dadwa, no Kufado Tam, ne 90 Ghana cities, and then Dadwa, no a year 4 inches, ne 3 inches, no, one box a year 50 Ghana cities. Into Edena, and the Emma Cosno San Cosro. Adentra. And then a brew. Upper East near Upper West near Savannah region, Musu. A brew bottle on 500 Ghana. Say a brew bottle honey 200 Ghana. So Cramaton 800. Docono Monteso. Docono Monteso. Monteso so a mume munyedu. Monteso a docono munyedu. But docono keten 5 CD. A brew na motoni 16 million. A brew bag and can have baby a 7, baby 8. Not for a 2 million, 3 million, one bag. Banku to me to Banku to be ubi to me di Banku 30 cedi 1 main. Ade. Breaking news be aba. Na honorable atofo say man no water kra no monye ready no Mugade bibia for a year 2026 a year budget no. Oh, finance minister obey budget o TC market. Yenti on the deputy. Oh, ta.
ye yam papa ni ye bia ye hu yete na ye sra nyame no ma na honde no ntumi nyamo nse ne dam na mom ska no mbrakom ska no na mbrakom na bribia ye oh ye ni se dollar ya na Stefano odu baby no dem ka ye chese na ye nsankan sisa nyame na adom ye papa be no ye nkan no na la no di on san sumo mbrakom ka na eja ayo so ye tintini ye nyedam ye ntumo ntono ye nye bi se ye nyame nshira wo.
Thank you very much. And I'm not going to have a form kaka.
This man ended
Come on, ya bobo ama ya market ni ye na obi anso
very well. That just say the change now you voted for no and no our experience no. You see, maybe I'm catch you say yesuba eye obanyansafo yensuma na motenten. We Kufuado 126 ministers. Amemwa sisi wusha ministers no go mu 60. On say on about to force no about double or about defense and was saying about air finance. And on about Kofi Bwanso about lands and was saying about environmental science and technology. Inti require ministers no two no short. Omane bo amane air honorable Mutala. The 60 no kwa inu. But we result wa if 58 moba. Never compare a year 126 na yenya value bia ewum. When we say a year budgeter, you cut down to the people, to the market. Ne market women wa kudin komo. Ye no makudin kita ho na ye tie o masem na ye de achechire budget no. Ye de atwe budget no, ye de atwe akohoma ya oman no ye behwe so na ye de atoto niema in the year 2026 nyame ya adoma. Die na ye fese. Wo kanifori atase wo ye we bi. Ne de ne say obegu amanfo nyuma. Amanfo odi won sika ato bank pensioners no odi nsa to won sika so. Last year it was Makola market. This year Takrade. Catch you say amemu enye mirikatu he ewiase eye ade a eye adoma chede leadership say if you are born to be a leader ye dey wo she a form kura will be pie aba be a leader. But if you are not born to be a leader, masa me worry. Me how Akufo-Addo was not born to be a leader. We will be a dictator. One no one in nya adwena won ka ho obi a wonim krono bon one obem appointment said be obetime wie yie. Ti ebeda honorable atofo siase. Nyakopon eye adoma and then metia ne mani age because me wo nafo bebra omuye into estate developers na di bebre. And today Semitisa cement edu ete Ghana. Then I sit down and ask myself, say, so last year, same time, a year ago, exactly 1 year ago, na cement 122 Ghana. Exactly 1 year ago, na iron was 16 mm, 12 mm, 14 mm, 11.5 mm, na 9,400. Na ene, mi kwa 7,200. Na mi time to adia last year November no, na mi to 9,400 ya. Mi na jo mahama ne abemu penifo ase. Yes. We say man for started and IGP next month in the time beso. Na mo free say your mama onim de woyana. E mo amwa abonte mo na mo be decide ama your mama. De wo say woye next IGP. And I said the oteso no e wo say woto aso ambre mo no embra no man kwa se yitimi man to aso ana. This shouldn't be a topic for discussion. We don't need to waste our time there, please. Let's move. O mine no niema dida na kwem kama. Yempede de bia. Yempede de bia. IGP we would do. CID headquarters would do a year National Police headquarters well. Who say bibia de na kwem kama. Bibia de na ko bia ye na juma. The old high and juma, the oil director one way juma would do why many DCOPTO operations national. Tio juma papa. Operations commander and who was FSA. Tio DCOPTO. Nasiana ni promotion by Papa wo boy juma. Na nyom wa say ya promote. Papa we wo oye twice e wo northern region Tamale kai. Mumwe juma sa please council ya mame eye vice president prof na jeno poko agima uta no muko no boko mai yepe no boko papa eye Christian tete yohunu kusuye wadwuma boko ene me say yente hwe kwa no meti umaka unnecessary transfers any promotions bi a omo deserve near the amount we kwaya say ye man on based on merit say dan pare time anya de obe promote dan pare hwe wudin ba bia wo free ne a transfer wo de akwakoto ba bia ebi kwa wo yira wo aman with immediate effect timi boss fasata mo bongarat ye de okoto asenfo su the next we ne asa bono gambaga opempe wo beko adeni wasi treat ye ho sa and the post foot me kasa post foot me tie radio station mo be kan e woni hwan ye bobo 3 a obeka se okotie Mugade e wo bema camp anasa e wo police headquarters iti baby o man ne kono o man no e right direction so na joma manam so no ye fa enkoso ani fa en support e ma papa no ye bompa ya ye koto dwan nim ne ye bompa ye mobi mano ho kafo ye first lady ye ma melody na mahama ebusuani nyame hira wo no onye wo kese panifo tunifo council of state panifo ye papa eye do aja ho mo nyame mo ma ho de ne kwateten council of elders yo mo wa endis mo nyame mo ma ho de ne kwateten ya papa mama Idrisu mo nyame mama hoade ne kwatenten ye mama Betimud mo nyame mama hoade ne kwatenten na mo amu wa Jubilee House kantinka wori mo nyafo Julius Zebra endo poku ya adehye endo poku ya yamade kantinka nyame hira wo na awie dia meka kire wa ne sa adum adumara kwa nyansa nyame di adum wo no mokoso fa mo adwo ma masa woni monya fo Julius Zebra wo akomapa ye mame Mariata wo akomapa ye nua Kofi Boache wo akomapa ye mame eye nana wo ye wo akomapa menua Sandogbe wo akomapa Dr. Callistus ye koto dwane mu ne ye bompa ye mobi ye kaye nua no wompa ibom last week no France mem from France to Egypt ana ne mame eto anananum e wonse do ye koto dwane mu ne ye bompa ye kaye nua Dr. Callistus wo ye executive secretary to the president akomapa ene wodo ya wo di president John Mahama chi da wonna anajo sorry ahomachi sorry Dr. Callistus shedding enye easy so obelusu mame ye nua ba Dr. Mary Awusi Free Zones Chief Executive Officer Free Zones Authority what's no mame a wode ba wi ase ya mame edwo da bia na konya nie ene ne mame ka ti asefo ho eno nyame fa okransie minise nua ba Mary Awusi wasuoma ni so nyina asa nanso minua ba meka minua ba se minua ba ma nyame na de ma no ano agye mensu sa se nyame nim ne oye nyankopo ye misane question mani nya yie yen totuna no so mani nye oye ni bibia so oye ni woni mrem in his own time. I say God knows best. Asa on the man one waje ya me fa ya ma me kra ensi ye ni duwa ye nyina beba bejaw ye nya ne tie se be 7 December ye nyina beba se ye osemo e wo begro kwa no so ye beba aba bejamo abeja busuafo na sam jasi bebia wo bia cha kese enkoma na prophet Adumu Chedia Adumu papa nyame na adumara kwa Philadelphia ma nyame asumdwe nkamo second chance papa si abono mi ansa na woto afidie hu wetie wo ba Mugade na bibi ya yewo sansa kukudura wo ba no medekasa no wani ji hu bebre dia me so yama hu wa se sofo Paul sofo kasia te se prophet Adumu Chei na telephone be ringia na me ne papa ne gina fon so na ye kasa ya Adumu na sam jesi nyame nhira wo ni abusua ni nyina ya Adumbi asia wuti na awie ya Adumbi sansa nyani pa nyina na anya ne saa ti se Nyankopon ya adom na odi wo sebia bia bre wo ho asema nipa. Humble yourself. Oma wo kwa wo hia wo mo no ba wo ma na obesen hia wo mo. Ba oma wo kwa wo hia wo mo na bi wo ha wo ba wo sen hia wo mo bi. De bia ye nwinu hu mienu. Anu motu obi a ye tu obi a ye hwani ye. Nyame asomdwe kan wona awie na wonya okese abono na apa ho sema enso na medubesia ene na ene benadani mpiesie mobete ne ka ena mobete akuga no so enka nti Nicholas baba beto aso sisia cappuccino atnas ye die emergency call bia benti was me attend to another important meeting they say yes some nti afra wa wonni hweka me say ye den yes some man no ti afra was Mugade ehia wo ha was ye den uti hweka ene me bedu ha no nsia mi frifia ahomache no nan mi beduru ha no nsia 6 am na me wa do ye morning show kura na onye nnu ha matramu saa ba be si sabre esi mfo so do so we ni nyina excellence ye da wase some of us we are proud say you serve in your administration and we will never disappoint you. That is all that I can say. Be out there because we are bright that place for you. Kata se chane proye over enye juma wa administration we mimi hu ameka Tinyakopon share obibia no onye obibia kese cappuccino atnase high TVS was at na power 97.9 FM, the hottest and the biggest conversation in Ghana inside politics. There was so Gusua Uti in all the 16 regions.
To look, this whole issue about you making a preliminary statement, show me a rule that says that you have a right to make a preliminary statement.
We reject the nomination. We would yield to you to proceed whilst we exit this committee room.
So we thank you very much, and we wish you a very good luck. Honorable members, let's have it in mind that we are not sitting here as a committee over any decision made by another committee or a court of competent jurisdiction. So bringing say or making say as a subject matter of discussion, with all due respect, this is not fair to members of those committees and those who presided over those cases. So if we are playing by the fair principles, please let's refrain from all those things and be guided by our rules in raising our issues. Minority Leader, you just spoke about fairness. So is it fair that a committee that is not before us, their rulings are brought here and described in a manner unwarranted by our rules? So with all due respect, this will clearly be in breach of natural justice. We don't have the opportunity of the people being heard. So why are we commenting on them?
Let me respond to my respected colleague, the majority leader. Chairman, it is his contention. It is his contention that my reference to the committee's work amount to attacking the conduct of its chair. With the greatest respect, I need to be listened to, and he has to pay attention to language as used in context. For the avoidance of doubt, I am repeating that the minority holds the view that the committee's work resulting in the removal of her ladyship, the Chief Justice, amount to travesty of justice. It is a view we hold. It does not offend Order 1237. Order 1237, with avoidance of doubt, provides the conduct of the Speaker, the Chief Justice, members of Parliament, the Chief Justice, and Superior Court Justice of Judicature shall not be raised in Parliament except a substantive motion. Now, the distinction must be made. Respected Ayarga, please bear with me. I've listened to you. The distinctions must be made. Your work in the regular official duties and a critique thereto must be distinguished from personal conduct that one would consider as misbehavior or stated misbehavior. I am not, with the greatest respect, impugning the person of the reputation of my Lord Puaman, who I voted for under the influence of Honorable K.T. Amon. When all the odds were against him, I have nothing personal against him. Because even where there were personal issues that people were attacking his reputation, I was one of the few who stood.
Mr. Chairman.
So I'm not here to attack him.
Mr. Chairman.
And he knows I won't attack him. I am, the caucus is talking about, please, Honorable Ayarga, let me finish. You were allowed to make your point.
Yes, but Honorable Minority Leader, just be brief.
Very well. The committee's work is what we are expressing an opinion on. And we are using very civil language to say that what it did amount to travesty of justice. It's as simple as that. So let me proceed. Chairman, unless the majority leader intends to frustrate everything that the minority has to say by way of its opinion, when did Parliament reduce to this? Where you have the right to say your own, you are the leader of the house, you have unfettered right to rebut. That is the debate we even have on the floor. When there is a debate, you take note. Where you think you disagree, when it gets your turn, you should also say that the committee's work did not amount to travesty of justice. Simplicity. But this issue of one line, point of order, next line, you are marking, don't say this, don't say that. Where are we heading to? The judiciary criticizes the government and members of the public where they disagree in their ruling. We
Honorable Minority Leader, kindly conclude for me.
The work of even
conclude for me. Conclude
so
for me.
I beg you, leader.
Conclude.
I we all agreed, Chairman, you
Conclude.
Right.
Chairman, the rules say that the conduct of the Speaker, the Chief Justice, members and Justice of the Superior Court of Judicature shall not be raised in Parliament except on a substantive motion. He has just raised the question of the conduct of a Supreme Court judge who chaired the committee. And he describes it and the conduct and what the justice did as a travesty of justice. He has raised the conduct of that judge. He has. And the rules are clear. And I can assure you that I will not allow you to breach any inch of the rules today. No inch of the rules will I allow you to breach. It's clear. I'm saying that you are a senior lawyer. You know. You've been in this house. You've been a majority leader. You've been a minority leader. You have lived through all the rulings in these matters. Pending matters, we should stay away from them. The conduct of judges, we should stay away from them. You have so far not impugned the process of nominating the nominee and submitting the nomination to this House, and the process of referral by Speaker of the nominee to this committee for the committee to do its work. Those are the legitimate matters that you can raise, and you haven't raised them. So all the questions about what happened, if you had waited and we started proceedings, and you throw a question to the nominee to get his views on the matter, I may not object. But you can't just be allowed to run down everybody and get up and walk because you are Afenyo Markin. Why? It will not be allowed. I am going to look, this whole issue about you making a preliminary statement, show me a rule that says that you have a right to make a preliminary statement. Show me in our standing orders anything that says that you, Afenyo Markin, have a right to make preliminary statements. You don't. Listen, we developed it as a practice. We developed it as a practice where normally the two leaders may make welcoming statements and general open statements, but you have converted it into a platform to do a press conference where you attack and impugn people and walk away with it. I'm saying that today you will not attack anybody and walk away once I sit in this committee.
Now, though Justice Gabriel Poma is here in person, at no point will he have the opportunity of responding to any issue raised about him. None of the committee members will have the opportunity here and then to make comment. Therefore, for you jumping into a conclusion to say that their report amount to a travesty of justice without any of them having the opportunity to respond offends our rules. I will consequently order that anything in relating to the committee and Justice Poma should be expunged from our record. That is my ruling.
Chairman, what the majority leader is doing, is not fair. He raises his issues, you don't have to respond. When you are responding, he now determines how you should respond to him. The chief whip has spoken. You have spoken. When you are talking, you don't calculate the hours.
Honorable members, order.
When you are talking,
order.
When you are talking, you don't talk about the
on this note, we will break for cocoa. So it's time for cocoa break.
A person who is not a lawyer, I will put it down to ignorance. I will say that maybe the person is uninformed about legalities, so I will pardon. But if a lawyer makes a statement like this, I would think that it is populist and maybe downright mischievous. The Chief Justice cannot be accused of failing to list cases or a panel, when the case is not even ripe for hearing. A case is ripe for hearing when pleadings have closed.
He hinted at plans to decongest the prisons using Justice for All program.
It is a bother. I think that it was particularly for these minor offenders that the Justice for All program was introduced. It is something that I want to reignite, revamp it, so that we can have the justice for all back on the road, so that we can get rid of some of these places. Admittedly, there are some cases that do not move fast as a result of, as I said earlier, the technicalities associated with our rules. We also recognize the fact that there are some judges and magistrates who do not put up their best. And all these add to the creation of backlogs.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.